what? Like, wow. I mean, we got this latest issue 164, much earlier than I thought we were going to, because, these issues typically come out once a month. So I'm thinking this is going to come out like early, like maybe the first week or the second week of March or whatever. But no, I mean, it just came out the other day. I'm like, wow. So there's going to be spoilers on this review. So the link to the issue is in the description. Go read it and then come on back. Don't ruin it for yourself. All right, that is your warning. Now, this issue focuses more heavily on Rick and Negan because they run into a house, and then right before then they try to bullshit us for a second. Like, is Negan gonna block Rick out? Is he gonna? I mean, come on, don't give us that bullshit suspense moment. I mean, come on. I mean, Negan went out of his way to save Rick when he didn't even have to. He could have just kept running and running, but he came back for him. So why would he want to walk? Why would he walk him out of there now? Just to, why would he save him just to walk him out when they get to the house? Seriously. But anyway, it focuses mostly on them. Basically having a heart to heart. And Negan basically pours his guts out, and and Rick reluctantly, pours a little bit of his guts out, but Negan pours all of it out. and then he focuses on moments that happened in the previous issues of Here's Negan, of how everybody came across, seemed like they weren't trying hard enough, or it seemed like they wanted to die, and how he said the worst thing he's ever did was leave his dead wife, as a walker, leave her to rot, not go back, not put her down, not watch her get put down, don't bury her, no nothing, no closure, no nothing. I mean, that has been like a big, huge hole in his heart that's been left, it's been left unstitched, you know what I mean? And I kind of felt for the guy even more now, like just him, looking back on that. I mean, like, it's, it's like, wow. I mean, like, I never thought the tables were turned where we were like, we want this guy to die. Then again, as much as we love his sense of humor and his potty mouth, as much as we love all those aspects of the character, I never thought that he would grow on us, to this, to this extent, I never thought I'd see that, coming. And oh man. And also, like, while all that is happening, so, all the people from the hilltop, they see that Alexandria is overrun, and then, and then Michonne and Jesus catches up with them to fill them in on what's going on, and then they all go on this mission to go try to get the herd away from Alexandria, but Maggie tells Carl to stay behind, and so we got all these separate groups trying to get the herd away from Alexandria, and Andrea has the horn, and so that is pretty helpful. So and then you got the saviors watching from a distance, just waiting for their moment, and after Rick and Negan have their heart to heart, they proceed to go back out, like they see that the herd is thinning out. And they proceed to get out of the house and just make a run for it, pretty much. And that's how it ends, pretty much. It's like, ooh. Like, good thing Negan has Rick by his side. Otherwise, if Maggie or somebody else sees him, especially Maggie, she'd probably, she would unload on him. She would unload on his ass. Oh, man. But, that would be interesting to see, see the a little debate going on, why is Negan out of his cell? Why are we acting like he hasn't done anything? And so I could see him possibly going out of his way to shooting one of the saviors, when they proceed to go into Alexandria and take it over, and either he kills one of them and then he, you know, gets control and becomes the leader of the Saviors again, or he basically wipes them all out, or he just, I don't know. I mean, like, I could see him, you know, basically, you know, just doing more redeemable things. Like, you know, like, he even said to Rick, like, if he wanted to get out of that cell and just leave, he would have by now. Or like, he would have been left that cell. But he stayed, you know, because he is now considered an ally of Rick now. And, so, this is going in an interesting place, you know, like, with this character. Like, otherwise he would have been killed off, but there's a lot more to do with him. So, I'm really curious of where it's going. I really don't know, like, if Alexandria will survive this herd, but I kind of would have liked for the Whisperers to be in the mix, you know what I mean? Like, where they start to shake things up, and then, let's say, like, and that puts Rick in a more dangerous position, you know, like, with his bad leg and everything. I mean, Negan can hold his own, but, you know, if it, you know, so Negan's basically Rick's weapon at this point, you know what I mean? So, yeah. Makes me wonder what other direction, what other things we're gonna see, what else is in store for Negan now that we basically know that about his backstory, and we see him in a whole new light, basically, and you see how it's easy for him to, you know, for sort of he said that he gave up on humanity, and he feels like bashing in someone's head could save, you know, like the other, you know, other people. You know, that's pretty twisted. I mean, he's not basically, you know, fishing for forgiveness or anything like that. He's just basically telling it how it is. You know, like, he's, you know, just how it is. You know what I mean? So, man, you know, this was a really, really good issue. You know, like, they got to bring the Whisperers back into the fold here. I mean, like, they're still out there. I mean, like, I don't, you know, I mean, they probably have to see some, you know, get some idea that their plan did not really go through with the herd. You know what I mean? So they'll probably try to go, or, you know, Beta will try to go and try to finish them off or whatever. I don't know, but we can't just leave them off into the sunset. I mean, they got to come back at some point to bring us some closure with that story, you know, or with the characters. But with that all being said, this gets oh yeah, hold on, before I do this, do the chair spin. So we know Carl is not gonna listen, and then he basically takes charge, and he tells the people who stayed behind with them, you know, to basically go along with his plan, and let's go in and do this. And Lydia's all turned on about it, like, oh. But anyway, but that may actually work. I mean, like, Carl going in there may not be a bad idea. Let's say that if it, you know, if this didn't happen, maybe Maggie would be killed, or Michonne would, you know, or Michonne would be basically killed, you know, like, or basically this would actually do more good than it does harm, you know what I mean? But anyway, this gets 4 solid chair spins out of 5, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4 solid chair spins. So feel free to tell me what would you like to see happen with the rest of the, you know, like, in the next issue. Do you agree with me, or do you think it should go in another route? I don't know. Feel free to tell me in the comment section. And if you guys enjoyed my review on this issue, make sure you thumb up the video, and make sure to click subscribe if you're a newbie to the channel. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out, y'all.